Welcome to Let's Play Dust. I'm Nye, and we're in Zeplik Village, looking for answers to Dust's past. Not really finding much, to be honest. But we have a,
This house...
We have a standing house.
Do you remember something, Dust?
This isn't possible.
Yes, we know, you're an amnesiac, so having a memory would seem kind of weird. But we can enter. Let's go look. Well, it's dark. Doesn't seem to be much in here. There's snow in here.
Dust,
What do you want?
How?
do you see now?
See what?
But how, Ara? I don't understand.
Okay, the player would like to know what's going on.
The answers lie above, Dust.
Answers to what? Tell me something! I'm playing, I want to know! Okay, what comes ahead is one of the few places I think Dust does not do well.
Ginger. She was sleeping right here. On the night I came to say goodbye. But I hesitated. I didn't want to wake her. Didn't want her to worry about me. She couldn't know what I was about to do.
Dust, what are you saying?
She couldn't know that I was about to go avenge our parents.
You mean you're... But how? What's going on here?
I remember now. But how? How can I have helped destroy this village, but be a victim of that same act?
How
That's
indeed?
impossible.
Only impossible for a creature with a single soul.
They've been hinting at this for a while.
Those eyes. I know those eyes.
So, Mithrarin, you finally see the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you?
When I say that I don't feel that that did well, what I'm saying is the animation is in those little animated segments are not quite up to par with most of the rest of the game. It's very cool that they did that. I really appreciate that they did that, but it didn't feel quite as nice as it could have been. It feels like this Dust is a little bit more animated and has a little bit more detail than the Dust we just saw. Still, interesting revelation.
I am Elder Grey Eyes, leader of the Moonblood people. Well, what's left of them, that is.
Now, it's really interesting. Elder Grey Eyes. It's a very lackluster name. And then we get to Mithrarin, which is a very cool name, very fantasy.
What did you mean just then? That I can finally see the truth? What do you know about me?
Here we go.
His eyes, Elder. They're Jin's eyes.
And who's Jin?
They do look remarkably similar to your brother's, yes. That is because his soul lives on within Dust.
Huh? Wait, I remember now. We were told by Fuse we had a fractured soul. We were told by the lady that we had a weird soul. We were told by Cain that we had twin souls. Does this mean something? Were you hinting at something?
What?
However, to suit our needs, we required two souls. The soul of innocence is a noble thing, but without skill, without power, Dust would have been struck down just as easily as your brother was on that fated day.
Okay, I don't know quite what they're talking about, but when I hear the words "to suit our needs," suddenly I feel used.
No.
So we combined your brother's soul with that of his murderer, the royal assassin known as Cassius. They perished at the same time, forever entwined. Never before had I heard of such an event.
Okay, so now we got some answers. We have one soul and the other put together into the body of Dust. Okay. Do we have more answers coming? Was that it? On the left is Jin.
You murderer! My parents did nothing wrong!
On the right is
You have been
Cassius.
deceived, little one. Your parents turned against their king, an act of pure treason. What resistance there was led by your family alone. You destroyed my village, murdered my friends and family. You will not survive this day! I take no joy in slaughtering one as young as you, child. But you have forced my hand.
Pra.
A grave injustice was done that day. Cassius murdered a defenseless Jinn, but his pride and arrogance proved to be his undoing.
Should you remember the very first cutscene of this game, it spoke of a warrior who was in a village killing everybody who was killed by a single child. Guess who? By the way, defenseless? Jin was holding a dagger of some sort. He was something, far from defenseless. I mean, I understand what they're going after, but...
But how? How can this thing be my brother?
Oh, that was cold.
It's not possible. I couldn't even remember you when we met.
You are Jin, yes, but you are also Cassius. Two souls, forever at odds. One of innocence, one of power. Together you form the one we call Mithrarin, he who is born of the dust.
Which is actually very cool. I actually like that detail. Not necessarily the name, because the name, again, it's generic fantasy. It's a very cool name, but the fact that the meaning of the name becomes what we call the character as a general term, dust.
I never knew what happened. Jin just disappeared one night. I had always hoped he would turn up alive someday. That he would come back. But could you really be him?
Quite possibly.
Ginger, I don't know. I don't know.
Now, Dust, I imagine you have many questions. Please, do not hesitate to ask them.
Yeah, we have some questions. Let's find out. What the hell am I?
Who, or I guess, what am I?
You are what my people call Sen-Mithrarin, he who is born of the dust, created from the essence of the life thread itself.
This also almost feels like continuity error. Every so often they'll call you Sen-Mithrarin. Every so often you'll be just Mithrarin, and every so often you'll be just Dust. But yeah, I don't know why every so often you get the honorific or whatever it is.
You see, my people have been on the verge of extinction for a great many years. General Gaius planned to eradicate us once and for all, and while our warriors are proud and strong, what chance would we have against such a powerful foe?
Good question. Where do I come in?
To defeat General Gaius and save our people, we would need a warrior capable of standing against an entire army. This warrior would also need to be pure of heart, incorruptible.
And none of your people could do this because...
So that's why you picked Cassius and Jin. Just like you said, opposites.
Exactly. Cassius is one of the greatest warriors this world has ever seen, and Jin's purity of heart would help guide our warrior to save our kind. From their fallen souls, you were born. Born to save us. To save this world.
Okay, I gather, I understand the whole saving you thing. Where's the rest of the world come in? I'm kind of curious.
Why did I only remember now? I didn't even recognize Ginger when I met her.
You may possess the souls of two separate beings, but your body and mind are your own. You were created to save this world, so we felt giving you memories of either soul would simply distract you from the task at hand.
Which is kind of a dick move, because I spent half the game wondering who I was.
I had no idea who I was, what my purpose was.
You say that, but in all cases you did exactly what we intended you to do. You saved complete strangers outside of Aurora Village. You stopped our wayward brother Fuse from destroying all that we sought to save. You saved Mudpot and brought the waters of life back into this land. You purged a demonic rage from this land and even helped two old souls find peace once more. You may not have known your purpose, but that did not stop you from fulfilling it.
I kind of feel like the game's trying to pull a BioShock here, saying, everything that you did was to this point in purpose, you just didn't know it. But unlike BioShock, it didn't tell you to do it ahead of time and then pull something on you later on. So I don't feel it did it quite as well. Okay, guys, there's more questions to be answered, but we do not have time this episode, so we'll do a quick recap next time, and we will continue asking questions. I'll see you guys next time. See you soon.